I'm road tripping the USA with the goal of going coast to coast in 30 days with two of my best mates. And this is what's happened so far. We landed in LA, picked up our camper van and headed straight to San Francisco before visiting one of the best national parks in the US, Yosemite National Park. And that pretty much brings us to now.
After Yosemite, we're on our way to the Great Basin, and after that, Salt Lake City. But right now, we're driving to the Great Basin, and the views that we get the entire way are unreal. They're unmatched by anywhere I've ever been. It's now close to about 9 p.m. We've been driving for like an hour or two, and we've stopped to make some food. We're literally on the side of the road somewhere. It is dark, a lot darker on the GoPro than it is in real life, and we've got the gas cooker set up. Like, it's so dark you can't even really see the cooker. Let me turn my torch on. There we go. Right, we're just cooking out here. Like, it is in the middle of nowhere, and we've still got like another maybe like 3 hours or something left to drive. Probably won't make it to the Great Basin today. The nearest gas station is about 60 miles away, and we've got less than a quarter of a tank. I don't know if we're gonna make it. We might be stranded.
One eternity later.
We made it just in time for the petrol station. We've got literally like nothing left. It's on the red, and we've been on the red for like about 15-20 miles, but we made it to the petty station. And we've got an hour to go before we get to the Great Basin National Park, but I don't know if we're gonna try and stop maybe soon and sleep, because it is 10 past 12 right now. We've pulled over about half an hour away from the petrol station. We're half an hour away from the national park now, and this is the 6th best place in the country to look at the night sky. Unfortunately for us though, it is a full moon tonight, or like nearly a full moon, so we've not got the best view, but there's still loads of stars. You won't really be able to see them on the GoPro, but it looks unreal. Anyway, we're gonna call it a night there, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. We are here at the Great Basin, and it is not even 10 a.m. yet, and Jack has already smashed a bowl on the floor, and he also left his phone on top of the roof in a desert for like 10-15 minutes, to the point where it's now has to be put in the fridge because it won't turn on. It's not even 10 a.m. yet. I feel like I'm babysitting. Last night we got ready for bed, got all the curtains shut, bed ready. He left the back door open, the boot door. He's a liability. Right, we are now on our way to Trees Lake, which is somewhere by the Wheeler Peak. We didn't really want to do a trek today because it's so hot out here in like the desert of Nevada, even though this isn't even the like proper desert of Nevada, I don't think. So we're gonna go to a lake, and we're gonna just chill for like an hour or two in the lake and have some fun in the water, and then after that we're gonna be heading to Salt Lake City. One of the really cool facts about the Great Basin is that it's home to one of the oldest, if not oldest, living organisms on Earth, the bristlecone tree, and we haven't managed to see one yet. We might see one on our little hike. After about 15-20 minutes of walking, we've made it to Stella Lake. Teresa Lake is on the way back. It's like one big trail loop, so we're going to see both, but we're going to go in Stella Lake because we're here now, and the views are incredible. Glaciers, I think this might be the first time I've seen glaciers. We made it to Teresa Lake. It is a little bit nicer than the other lake. You've got that turquoise, greeny blue water, but you haven't got the mountains and the glaciers in the background except for this here, and it does get deeper really quick too, so it would have been better for us to go swimming in here where we'd actually just like ran in and got in and swam, but oh well, we've been in the lake, so we're gonna keep on going and get back to the camper van. The life of road tripping, peanut butter and jam sandwiches out of the boot of the car. I just sat in the boot, got started. We're on the way to Salt Lake City and we've just left Nevada with the Nevada sign here. It's the first one we've seen. We didn't see one coming in, and the Utah sign is right over here. There is the Utah sign. We are entering Utah and we're going to be headed to Salt Lake City. It's about 3 hours away and we're going to be seeing what there is to do there. We're now about half an hour away from Salt Lake City, but it's like 9 o'clock at night. We've stopped, we pulled into a Walmart to camp here for the night, and we're cooking some burgers on the stove. Bit of advice: if you road trip in America, you can sleep in Walmart car parks, the majority of them, not all, and we have not checked if we can here, but there is a camper van there, or a caravan, so we assume that we can. It's the next day and we're now in Salt Lake City. Right now we're in the Salt Lake City Public Library, which is huge. It's got like 500,000 books, and as you can see, it's got like 4 floors. It's so nice and it is massive. Now, the really good thing about this library is it comes with 2 hours of free parking right in downtown Salt Lake City, which means we can walk to pretty much anywhere, and it's $1.50 per hour after that. So we're only going to be here for about 4 or 5 hours, so it's only going to cost us about $5 a day in parking. Right now we're going to head over to the planetarium because I love space and it looks so cool. We've been walking through Salt Lake City for like half an hour, and it's like the hottest city we've been in so far. It's at least 30 degrees. I don't know what the temperature is, but I am sweating. It is so hot and just dry, and there's barely any shade. It's just like all concrete. Very noisy, you might not be able to hear me. It's full of kids. I don't know if there's like schools here. It is a Monday, but it's really cool. There's loads of games to play, there's loads of experiments, and they even have an IMAX theatre for like planetarium shows that are like an hour long. It's so cool. After leaving the planetarium, we are now at our third and I think final place we're visiting in Salt Lake City, and that is the Pioneer Center, where this is the place monument stands. The monument is dedicated to Brigham Young, as apparently it is the location he stood when he was here with the Mormon pioneers and stated that this is the place that the Mormons should settle. And this is how Salt Lake City was founded. Apart from the absolutely unbearable heat, I can't see any reason why standing at this point you wouldn't say, let's call this place home, because look at the views. And this valley here, I imagine, would have just been trees at one point, because there's trees here and now obviously there's a city there. But like this view, you've got the mountains all around you. You're basically in one big bowl. Like, it would have been incredible to look at. Now that we've done everything we wanted to do in Salt Lake City, it's time to get out of this ridiculously hot city and head to Wyoming, because we're going to Yellowstone. So I'm going to end the video here before we head off to Wyoming. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already, comment below what you'd love to do on an American road trip, and as always, keep exploring.